Good evening. You know me, I'm always a day late and a dollar short. Sorry, I had to take a shower. I was feeling yucky and I thought I better take a shower. And then I had to blow dry my hair. So I'm sorry for my 10-minute delay. But one important thing is that we're all here together. We are on my friend Shonda's porch tonight. I love this view. Look how beautiful that is. That just doesn't make you just take it all in. We're this close to spring. We've got, what, 2 days left before the first day of spring? The days are getting longer. It's very exciting. So welcome. We're glad to have you on the porch. If this is your first time, welcome. If it's a repeat offense, then welcome back. Glad to see you. I think I'm facing north because, yep. I was like, because the sun's over there, that means that's west. Anyway, hello friends. How was your week so far? Anything to report? Anything to discuss? Anything that you need prayer or a pat on the back or a hug about? Anything to share with the class? I encourage you, if you haven't already, we have a few minutes before we get into the Bible study, to grab your Bible. And if you don't have one, then get on your phone and get an app for one for right now until we can get you one. How about that? After reading the ingredients for the incense that God wanted into the tabernacle, I was like, that sounds a whole lot like American Spirit cigarettes if you read the side of it. It's like really close. Each their own. Some people burn incense, some people burn candles, some people burn sage, some people light a cigarette. However you talk to God. Glad that you're here this evening. If you're going to follow along with us, we're going to be in Joshua chapter 24 as our key verse tonight. It's going to be verse 23. The mission of tonight is saying an unqualified yes to God. Saying an unqualified yes to God is a big, huge step. Now, in the Bible, in chapter 24 of the book of Joshua, now, if you're catching up with what's going on in the Bible, we've been delivered out of Egypt. The Jews have been delivered out of Egypt. Moses has safely got them across the desert. Okay? Now, we're 40 years into this trek. Everybody who got out of Egypt has now died out, and the new generation is going into the promised land. Moses disobeyed God, so he didn't get no further than the edge of the Jordan River, and he was like, this pretty much, basically, it's like going all the way to Hendersonville and seeing the Batman building, and they're like, get out, Moses. This is as close to Nashville as you're ever going to get. Because you didn't listen. So, Moses commissioned his assistant, Joshua, son of Nun, to be his replacement. He got to be commissioned by the Lord, and he would then lead the Israelite people into their ancestral lands, into the land that was promised to them, to the gods, of Isaac and Jacob and Isaac. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Sorry. God said, okay, this is going to be your land. This is where you're going to live. This is where your descendants are. There's 12 tribes. We're going to split it up. Okay. At this point in Joshua, we've done taken over Jericho. We've done taken over all the cities that we needed to. He's already crossed the Jordan on dry land. He's got real mad at the Israelites because we're fixing to go into the Judges era, when no one really knew what to do with Israel because they were acting a fool. And we didn't have a king anymore, so we had judges that that's where we are in the Bible right now. Moses is given the commission to Joshua to be like, this is it. Like, you're the one in charge now. Don't let anybody fight you on this. You're the head honcho. And Moses said to him, as you can see, I'm about to go the way we all end up going. Know this with all your heart, with everything in you, that not one detail has failed of all the good things God, your God, has promised you. It has all happened. Nothing's left undone, not so much as a word. So there's a hope there when Moses is fixing to go to heaven, and he's like, okay, do not worry. God's got this. He's always had this. So the covenant at Shechem, and I've been told that it's Shechem, but, to each their own. It's a Hebrew word. But they read this covenant where Joshua, basically that's where it came from. Joshua 24:15 says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That's where that saying comes from. Joshua makes his stand, they make their covenant. On into that chapter, Joshua addresses the people, and he says, you are witnesses against yourselves that you have chosen God for yourselves to worship him. Like this, you've sworn to God. This is your God. He said, now in verse 23, this is the part where we're anchoring off of tonight. In verse 23, Joshua says, now get rid of all the foreign gods and idols that you have with you. Say an unqualified yes to God, the God of Israel. Okay? That's a very important thing that a lot of people lose. It's commit your whole self to the Lord in King James and follow the Lord with all your heart in the New International Version. But the main synopsis is to say an unqualified yes to God. Now, that's not the first person that's been asked to say yes to God in the Bible, wasn't the last. The Old Testament is full of yes moments, okay? Like number 1, Abraham. First one to mind since we're talking about the God of Abraham. Yes without knowing the plan, okay? Abraham said yes without knowing the plan. In Genesis 12, 1 through 4, God says, go to a land that I will show you. No map, no timeline, no details. And Abram, before he was Abraham, went. No questions asked. Okay, I'll go. The teachable moment in that to me is that a real yes doesn't require full understanding at first. You just have to commit to doing it. You don't have to understand the entire plan. You don't have to know where we're going. Just get in the car. Get in, loser. We're doing the Lord's work. Like, just say yes to God. Another unqualified yes in the Bible, Moses. He resisted. He said, I am not good with my speech. I have a stutter. These people don't know me. They have chased me out of Egypt. And God said, I got this. You think that I didn't take into account your stupidity before I asked you to do something? I know you got a speech impediment. I know you got a brother that does better than you. I know that you got a wife that's a Midian, that she's probably, not believing, her people don't believe in me like you do. I know all this. Still chose you. In Exodus chapters 3 and 4, Moses gives every single excuse known to man. I'm not enough. I can't speak. I don't talk good. You need to send somebody else. And eventually, he goes, right? A reluctant yes is still a yes. God would prefer you not to hesitate, but he understands. He will walk with you and walk you into confidence. So, Joshua, yes, with public declaration. He actually just comes out and says, me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. We will serve the Lord. And then we go into our anchor verse, which, throw away all your false idols and say yes to God. Now, a lot of y'all are thinking that means a little statue on your nightstand or a little Buddha on your pillow. No. Put that phone down at night and touch your wife more than you touch your phone. Talk to your kids more than you talk on the phone. Check on your family more than you check on TikTok. We have a way of making false idols out of everyday things. Things that take precedence over God that shouldn't. Things that take priority in our life that really didn't matter if we check it or not. Is life going to go on if you don't check your email today? Yeah. Will you have to pay some repercussions? Maybe, if your life depends online about certain things, banking, law, or your doctor, whatever. I do know things will keep. Dirty dishes, housework, moments won't keep. Them babies are only young once. You're only in love like this with this person for this moment in your life. You accept and love the moment that you're in and bloom where you're planted. Say yes. Hannah comes to mind. Yes through surrender. In 1 Samuel, Hannah prayed and prayed and prayed for her son. And then she gave him back. Gave him right back to God. She gave him to the Lord for all the days of his life. What a way to look at that. If you've ever read that book, or read that story in 1 Samuel. A true yes releases even the prayers God has already answered for you. Saying yes means you might have to say no to something else. Saying yes might mean you have to give up something. Rejection is protection. Saying yes will carve out a path that you need to be doing. Just something to think about. Isaiah was another one like Abraham. Said yes before knowing all the details. Isaiah 6:8, one of my favorite verses, says, here I am, Lord, send me. I volunteer as tribute. Went to it first, said, hey, what do you need? I'm going. Let's go. Without knowing all the details, without knowing the plan, without knowing all the itinerary. Send me, Lord. You don't have to wait for the job description to say yes. If you're wanting to get into the New Testament, the obvious yes moment would be Mary, right? That costs everything. The yes that costs everything would be Mary. In Luke 1:38, she said, be it unto me according to your word. This yes risked her reputation. It risked her safety. It risked her future. She's pregnant out of wedlock. That was just as frowned upon in the olden days of Jesus as it was in the 1960s when you sent an unwed mother off to live with her aunt for a couple months. You didn't shame her. That was a big shame. And the yes in your life that you say to God may not look convenient, but it will be holy. Does that make sense? It won't seem convenient. It'll be like a big, this is totally the wrong time, wrong place, wrong thing. Well, in your world, not in God's, not on God's timeline. It's all working out exactly how he wanted it to. Maybe you got in the way from him. And it's hard for God to bless you while you're focused on a bunch of things. When your plate's full, he can't bless you. You have to let some stuff go. The disciples said yes immediately. No delay, no negotiation. In Matthew 4:18, immediately they left their nets. You remember this? God said, come with me, or Jesus said, come with me, I'll make you fishers of men. Immediately, they were like, here, we're out. Let's go. Let me grab my shoes. Let me grab my coat. Not even a second thought. Delayed obedience is often disguised obedience. It's kind of like, you can buy this now, or you can wait 2 weeks and buy it later. You're still going to buy it. You can take the long way, or you can take, as my daddy would say, you can do this the easy way, or you can do this the hard way. We're still going to do it my way. Kind of the same principle. The rich young ruler in Mark 10. Do you remember this story? I know that looked like a yes. And that's what I prefaced it. In Mark 10 and verses 17 through 22, he wanted eternal life but walked away. Anything you won't lay down is louder than your yes. I want to love God, but I want to sleep in on Sundays. Worship another day. There's a compromise there. That's not the only window to worship God. Well, I like to catch up with my TV shows, in the evening for a couple hours. Cool. Can you sacrifice 15 minutes to read the Bible and talk to God? Anything that you won't lay down is louder than your yes. Just saying. Jesus was the ultimate yes. No questions asked. In Luke 22:42, he said, not my will, but yours be done. Kind of split the Trinity into 3 distinct parts there. Not my will, but yours, God. I'm just a vessel. I'm just your son. I'm just doing what I'm told. The deepest yes to God often happens in private surrender. Sometimes it's not announced. Sometimes it's not a loud, thundering, earth-shattering, yes, Lord, send me. Sometimes it's you choosing peace instead of choosing violence. It's sometimes you choosing to be kind instead of choosing to be right. Sometimes it's keeping your mouth shut instead of letting them have it. It's often a private surrender. Just to let you know. Paul is one of those people that he had a yes after a complete life turn. In Acts 9:6, he said, Lord, what do you want me to do? One of my favorite things to say back to God all the time. Quote and pray at the same time. Lord, what do you want me to do? From persecutor to preacher, no halfway. That was Paul. A real yes rewrites your identity, not just your behavior. I've said this for a long time. The love of God changes how you treat people, but then it starts to kind of work from the inside out. It changes who you are as a person. You walk in the light that you were meant to walk in. You walk as his child, not as his adversary. You walk as his blessed. You walk as his beloved. You walk as his bride. You don't walk as someone who's kind of raising some hell on the street. That surrender may change who everybody knows you as. Matthew wasn't a tax collector anymore. Simon was Peter. It may change your identity saying yes. A yes requires removal. Back to our anchor verse of Joshua 24:23. Throw away your foreign gods. Get rid of your foreign gods. Get rid of everything that gets in the way of you and God. It requires removal. You have to remove things from your plate in order for God to bless you and to show you what he wants you to do. A yes requires direction, not instruction, direction. Yield your heart. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Lord, what do I do? Show me the way. Here I am, Lord, send me. You're plugging in okay, straight and narrow on GPS. Take a right turn. Okay, I need direction. Let's do it. A yes requires declaration. Yes, me and my house will serve the Lord. Yes, we make a vow amongst ourselves to only serve God. Yes, I will go. Yes, Lord, send me. Yes, I will do your will, not mine. Yes. God isn't asking you for a qualified yes. Rarely he does. He often wants the unqualified yes. He's asking for the kind that doesn't keep a backup plan in the glove box. He's asking for the one that doesn't have a safety net. He's saying, I got this. Just take the step. Just come with me. I'll take care of it. Just come with me. The point of saying yes is that at that moment you open up your heart to God and what he can bless you with. You open up your life to what God can do in your life. You open up your mind to what you're supposed to see, what you're supposed to read, what you're supposed to hear, what you're supposed to witness, what you're supposed to be doing things about, who you're supposed to be helping, how you're supposed to be acting. Saying yes to God doesn't make you a yes man. Actually, it makes you the opposite. Saying yes to God often means you have to say no to a bunch of stuff here on the worldly level. We're not qualified. Not one of us. Not one single one of us. But I think that's the point. Everyday people doing everyday things that turn out to be extraordinary, holy things. So, my question to you is that, are you ready to say yes? Are you ready to say, okay, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know where we're going. Don't know how we're going to get there. Don't know what my friends are going to say, my family's going to say, my husband's going to say, my kids are going to say, my friends are going to say, my coworkers are going to say. I think you just opened up the first lane to the people that you can also get to say yes. Maybe if you're worried about what those people are going to think about your relationship with God, maybe they need one with him too. Maybe you're the first time they've tuned in that radio station and they can finally understand the lyrics of the song. Just saying. So, I have learned that the more I fight God, the louder he gets until he finally steps in my way and says, you're going to do this. It's like my daddy. You want to do this the hard way? You want to do this the easy way? Well, I should have just done it the way that God told me to the first time. The unqualified yes. I think you need to take into account that Joshua didn't ask the people of Israel how they felt about it. He didn't take a vote. He didn't take a straw poll and it was like, what do you think? What do you think? How do you feel about this? He didn't leave the room for, I'll think about it. He said, throw away your foreign gods and yield your heart to the God of Israel. Plain as day. Get rid of this, go to God. Lay this down, accept God. Say no to this, say yes to God. Very plain and simple, very cut and dry. That's it. That's the line in the sand. Some of us want to say yes to God, but we've got backup plans tucked in our back pocket. Well, this is my backup major. This is my plan B. If I don't become a country music singer, then I can definitely teach. God don't want you to have a contingency plan. He wants you to have faith. He wants you to have faith that he knows what the hell he's doing. He wants you to have faith that he might know the way to get there and you don't have to get the GPS out and double check his directions. He just wants you to get in the car, put your seatbelt on and say, all right, can we stop and get some snacks? That's it. That's it. Just yes. Just yes. We've got these just in case relationships. Have you noticed that? Friend zone, backup plans. If we don't get married by the time we're 40, there's these backup contingency, just in case habits, just in case relationships, just in case versions of control that we haven't surrendered. I better keep this just in case. But every story we walk through just proves the same thing. Abraham didn't pack a return ticket. Mary didn't ask for a contingency plan. The disciples didn't say, well, after harvest season, as soon as it slows down a little bit, as soon as I get time, what's next week look like? Jesus didn't say, is there another option? Because I think I'd prefer that. They just said, yes. Fully, immediately, and without any kind of condition. Yes, Lord, I'll go. What is it? So here's the question. Here's the main big take it away and think about it and chew on it question. What are you still holding on to that's keeping your yes from being complete? For me, cigarettes. I'm still holding on to a habit that I know is bad for me. I know it's not good for me. I know I probably 100% should not do. And I am giving it up. And the Lord knows that I'm weak and that I'm going to try again tomorrow. But I am saying yes because I know there's more opportunities out there if I lay something down. I know that the Lord's going to bless me more than I can think of, more than I can plan for, more than I can imagine if I get out of my own way. You can't cling to what God's asking you to release. You can't keep hanging on to something and call it surrender. You can't. You can't. You can't be kind of pregnant. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Like it's either yes or no. Yes. Be thou hot or cold, but be thee lukewarm, I will spit thee out of my mouth. Yes. No. Yes or no. It's that simple. It is a yes or no question. God's not looking for perfection tonight. He's not looking for any day. He knows better. He knows you better. He's not asking you to have it all figured out. He knows what he's doing. Got it pretty much under control. He's just asking for your yes. That's it. Not a polished yes, not a comfortable yes, not a convenient yes, not a let me pray about it for the next 5 years yes. Just yes. Just a real one. Just a real one. Just an honest, sincere yes. Maybe it's time that we when you're praying to God, say, Lord, I'm done negotiating. I'm done delaying. I'm done dividing my heart. Whatever you're asking, the answer is yes. On the other side of your yes is a life you don't have to control anymore. Do you think about that? Some of you control freaks like me out there that you can give it to God and go on with your life. Yes. So, when you're going about your day, when you're going about your evening tonight, are you going to say yes to God? Where's he sending you? What's he telling you? What's he stirring in your heart? Where's he calling you? Where's your gift of the Spirit? Where's what you are born to do coming into play? Are you a server? Are you a discerner? Are you a teacher? Are you a leader? Are you a healer? What is God asking you to do? I know. He's asking you to say yes. He'll take care of the rest. Joshua chapter 24, verse 23. Give your unqualified yes to God. Kind of crazy that he takes the most broken of us and he's like, you're going to be who I use. Noah, Moses, Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, Isaiah, the disciples, Mary, Hannah, Ruth. Yes. Let's have a word of prayer. Father God, thank you so much for a beautiful, blessed day on your creation. Thank you so much for the air in our lungs and the sunshine in the sky and the leaves in the trees and the birds singing. We absolutely love you, Lord, and love your creation. We are thankful for it. Lord, help us to say yes. Lord, show us that we can set down all the things that are in the way of us seeing you, that we can set down the things that we think that we need in this life that we put in place of you. Tell us to put it down and say yes, Lord. Tell us to just go. Go with conviction. Go with determination. Go with confidence. Walk in the Spirit, Lord, even if we do not know the direction, we do not know the way, we do not know the answers. We know you have the details and that we're just along for the ride. But yes, Lord, send us. Show us where you want us to go. Mold us into the people that you want us to be. Put us in the paths that you want us to stand in. Introduce us to the people that you think we need to know. Yes. Yes, Lord. Whatever the answer, whatever the question is, the answer is yes. Lord, be with the people that heard this evening, the message that you gave to me to give to them. Be with the people as they go about the rest of their weekend and try to enjoy this pretty weather of yours, Lord. I know we've got comings and goings and things to do, and people's schedules are just busy as it's ever been. Help them to find the moment to say yes. Help them to know that they can give it to you, Lord, and put you in the driver's seat. Thank you for your Son. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your endless forgiveness for all of our misdeeds. In Jesus' holy name I pray. Amen. We're really glad that you joined us this evening here at the Farrell Christian Bible Study on the Porch. If you're taken away from what we're saying this evening, please remember Joshua 24:23. Give your unqualified yes to God. I implore you, friends, fellow Farrell Christians, what do you need to say yes to? What's holding you back? What are you waiting for? Just a yes or no question. Do you want to follow God? Say yes. That's it. He'll take care of the rest. Amazing, isn't it? So, Lord bless the reading and the hearing of this word. Thank you so much for it. I appreciate you joining us tonight here on the porch for the Farrell Christian Bible Study. We will see you, as always, with cigarette moms here and there and yonder throughout the rest of the weekend because we've got some songwrites coming up. I appreciate y'all being here for this evening, joining us here on the porch. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, prayer requests, please feel free to reach out to my website and leave it on the contact form. I'll reach out to you the best I can. And we're all in this together. So, great thing is that I'll meet you on the porch, and better than that, God will too. So, He was here. We talked about it. We will serve the Lord. Yes. 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 All right, friends, as always, keep your Bible open and your powder dry and your head on the swivel because people are acting crazy. And as always, be nice to everybody that you can and give the rest to God. I love you, and I mean that, and God does too. We will talk to you guys again really soon. Remember, as always, friends, I'm Sarah Beth Terry. You're not. Good night.